Oh, yeah.
Blurb Survival Guide Season 3, baby.
At Blurred Activists.
At That Dancing Blurb. We are back for another season of fun and love and all the things. Let's go. Welcome back to the Blurb Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. Welcome back to the Blurb Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. We got everything you need. Jeremy and Jay, a hell of a team. Comics, news, and everything in between. Birmingham, we own the scene. Come on and let's have a blast with the Black Nerds and their Black Podcast. This is a guide to help you last. We've got some topics to unmask. Welcome back to the Blurb Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. Welcome back to the Blurb Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. Appreciate you, Nick, for creating the beat and the lyrics and helping us out, buddy. Another Marbury production.
Shout out Marbury.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, the play-in round.
Also, welcome everybody back because it is season 3. We're not using the light of the ring.
It's gotten hot now.
We've been inside singing and yelling.
I know.
All our hot breath.
Hot breath.
Emotional damage.
Yeah!
How long has that been recording?
Only like 17 bars.
Cool. All right. Which means we've started because I saw that red light.
You're
I don't know how long
smart
the red
because
light
you're a
has been.
smart man.
Well, I don't know how long the red light has been though, so I'm kind of weary about.
At least you didn't say anything to get you canceled.
I really thought you were gonna start there, and that would have been like perfect. that was gonna be like the moment. He was like, "You're gonna get canceled." Welcome back, everybody. Like that would have been the perfect moment, but you know, I feel betrayed.
Now we got that's what you call the act of surprise.
He has like this.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah. Ryan has this like innate talent for like theatrical timing, I imagine, that he's just like, oh wait, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
That I just don't have.
I have a degree.
Sure do. We have 2 whole degrees in this.
I can't stop you guys
space.
from talking, so I've learned to just not get my hopes up.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I need you
For
to
the timing, for those moments.
Oh
You
no,
know.
you can't.
Exactly.
This is a train that just keeps on rolling, baby.
Once it
I
gets
can't
started,
help
yeah.
it.
No.
A Mugen Train,
Oh!
bringing it back.
It's a great movie. I loved the movie so much.
I tried.
You did. Makes you cry.
Welcome back, everybody!
Welcome back. It's season 3.
Season 3, baby.
You heard that new theme song.
Oh, I
You
know
heard-
you done seen the new logo.
You got the new logo. Ooh, my mic went away from me. You saw the new logo. You seen the new theme song. We're back.
They seen the new theme song?
They have seen it, and they're singing it too because it's going to get stuck in their head. I know what I said.
Listen to the theme song.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We back, baby. We are back.
So first of all,
Hey.
hi.
Hi.
How have you been?
We were on vacation.
Vacation was great.
Yeah.
Vacation from this job. But we also went to New Orleans.
That's what I'm saying.
That was a great vacation.
All the things.
Bro, Nola was lit.
Nola was lit.
Buku was lit.
Buku was lit. Tyler was lit. Glass Animals were lit.
Was Glass Animals your favorite? Or was...
Other than Tyler the Creator, yeah.
so
I like Tyler the Creator live. I may not know his music, but he can
man,
put on a hell of a show.
Man, his stage presence was by far my favorite thing. Like that man...
We also saw a Grammy award-winning album live.
We did.
We did.
We sure did.
We did. Congratulations
We sure did.
to all the Grammy winners and the Academy Award
Baby
winners.
Keem won.
Baby Keem was like that dude. Like I expected a lot of things from Kendrick's cousin, but it was a fire show.
Well, do you think he's going to make a name for himself and not be called Kendrick's cousin anymore?
Well,
No.
he just won a Grammy,
No.
so
Did he?
Milli
what did he
Vanilli
win a Grammy
has
for?
a Grammy.
you're right.
What did Baby Keem?
Macklemore has the Grammy for album of
New
the year.
artist?
Baby Keem won a Grammy for New Artist. That's
He did not win New Artist. Family Ties won Rap Song Collaboration.
That's what it is.
Oh.
I knew he won a Grammy.
They won one of the. They won the only rap song category that Kanye didn't win. That Tyler also did not win.
LOL.
Got you.
Wow.
Cool. Grammys were fascinating.
I don't watch award shows, so.
I don't know. We were on in New Orleans though. We saw something very interesting on the interwebs.
On my birthday! How
On
dare
your
he
birthday.
steal the thunder for my birthday?
He did. Not really. He didn't steal your thunder. You were definitely the queen
Whatever.
birthday bitch on Bourbon
Street.
Street. That's all I know.
But on Hollywood Boulevard,
But on
at
Hollywood
the
Boulevard.
Dolby Theater.
Oh,
Woo.
Mr. Smith, Mrs. Smith, Pinkett Smith,
Mr. Rock
Mr. Rock.
Academies.
I
I'll get to it in the weekly blurb, but yeah,
We talk about that later.
We talked about it. That was. We said we were going to talk. I said in the Instagram post we want to talk about it. We talked about it.
good enough for me.
There you go. But
What's
we're
today's
here-
episode?
We're here because you guys have put in your answers for the preliminary play-in. Thank you. Play-in rounds for our Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon 4-week tournament. We're here for some live action.
You know, it's March Madness was last month. It's April Madness here at the Blurred Survival Guide
April
podcast.
anger. April anger.
April anger.
March Madness. April anger.
Are we just gonna do a regular April anger tournament? Is
I
that
wouldn't
what?
mind that at all.
Is that what we're gonna do annually now?
Can
I
we
like
pick-
that idea.
can we-
We'll talk about it in the meeting.
We'll find another verb.
Alliteration. We need
Yeah.
another alliteration word.
anger. I don't know if that properly encapsulates
All
what's
right.
going on here.
Madness doesn't necessarily mean
You're right.
basketball.
I mean, it's crazy.
But it's insanity.
It isn't right.
Yeah.
And March Madness is 64 colleges playing each other.
April anxiety.
I was thinking April anguish. But like,
April anguish.
we're taking a dark tunnel here.
I mean, I don't know how to
You
make
started
it
off with
fun.
anger.
The April approval.
Playfully.
Maybe April approvals.
So if I had said April anxiety, would that be better?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'll be concerned.
You should be.
But we want to thank all of everybody
Yeah.
who participated in
Yeah.
the play-in round to get us to our official round one.
we are
There were some fun choices. I think we should review a few of them.
Yeah, let me
Oh
get
yeah,
to
that's yeah.
get to the pictures real quick. So what the people have decided, thanks to all of our people who decided.
And while
before we
Jeremy,
got into the preliminary, not the preliminary, to the actual round one.
and while Jeremy was is looking to find how those results came out, let's tell everybody how we came to this conclusion, because we were trying to figure out what we needed to do for season 3, and we had seen a couple of brackets just kind of pop up on social media that like spawned a conversation.
Well, it was that, but also it was a list of literally the list that we're looking at and that we will be comparing. The list that was given to us that we found, that actually Jay found. That's what he sent it to us in a group, and it's like, how do we compare these? Which one is better, Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon? And that just kind of led us to this. And
I kind of want to find out whether or not if we're a Nick Kids or a Cartoon Network Stan podcast,
Well,
or
if you're looking
individually.
if you're watching on the YouTube, and I'm going to describe it for our podcast listeners, Jay is wearing his Demon Slayer kimono. I am wearing Disney because neutral. Disney is the Switzerland in this conversation right now, and we're being neutral.
Truly.
And yeah, that's about where we stand at this point. Ryan, where do you stand?
Cartoon Network.
Bet. Marion?
Yeah, Cartoon Network. Simply because I didn't grow up with Nickelodeon on my TV.
See, like, I always considered myself a Cartoon Network stan, but I feel like there are more shows that I need to know the numbers on this. That's kind of why I wanted to see this tournament turns out. Like,
Get the numbers. We're gonna have the numbers.
am I gonna be like officially a Nick kid or a Cartoon Network kid? At the
I
end
feel
of
like
this?
there's going to be like a hard to determine if you're like a Nick kid or a Cartoon Network kid, because Cartoon Network had a lot more eras than Nickelodeon did.
True.
Nickelodeon had like 2 sets of shows really that have come through,
Essentially.
and Cartoon Network has had like 8 to 10 like distinct time periods.
Like, you're talking about
Eras.
like Hanna-Barbera period. You're talking,
Yes.
yeah,
Like the Johnny
Eras,
Bravo
yeah,
Powerpuff Girls
yeah.
period, then like
Yep.
the Totally Spies, Code Lyoko period.
That's fair.
Then the regular show,
Regular
Adventure
show,
Time
Adventure Time.
period.
That's so
Steven
fair.
Universe.
Steven
and
Universe,
arguably,
Gumball
like,
period.
Nickelodeon
Yeah.
had more live action stuff on it than Cartoon Network ever
For
did.
sure. Well, because cartoon.
Right. I get that.
But
I get
Let's not forget.
But also, Cartoon Network had that
They
era,
had that
of live
era
action.
of live action shows.
That's true.
Did they?
Destroy, Build, Destroy. That was Cartoon Network.
Oh,
Remember
it
that?
sure
Slam Dunk.
was.
Yeah.
Slam
It
Ball.
was like Destroy But Destroy, Slam Ball, and then like two other like
They were
science
competition
shows.
There was like
shows.
there was
There
like
was a
a
science show, and there's that show about that kid that was from the jungle that went to a regular high
I literally saw
school.
TikTok on that.
Uh-huh,
like
uh-huh.
something history. I can't.
Oh
That
my
was a
gosh,
great show.
I
that
forgot
lasted
about
way
that.
But then no, that was also like it was like an Impractical Joker style show, but it was
Yeah.
all celebrities every time. Yeah. But,
Fascinating.
yeah, but-
So that's a fair argument. It's hard to like compare.
Yeah.
You have more options.
That is my one disclaimer. Is
That
that
is a good disclaimer.
I mean, that's the disclaimer. But also, you got to remember that time where Cartoon Network did kind of step on Nickelodeon's foot when they had the whole Cartoon Network lineup, the cartoon lineup, going to Nickelodeon. Like
They
do
bought
that-
the
like,
time.
Oh yeah.
Nobody started off as like, we're not supposed to be
they
here.
bought the time.
They bought the time. Turner Broadcasting.
Shady, petty.
Turner Broadcasting. That's what you said.
No, that's
Remember
smart marketing.
I agree with you, but I feel like some people could see it being petty.
that? 'Cause
Whatever.
Double D, he said, you just go ahead and switch to the channel right now if you want to.
Right.
All right, Double D, come
Right.
on. Come on in with the come on. Johnny was like, oh, yeah, baby. I was like, all right, bet. But back to the results that you guys have given us so that we can get to this point. Starting off with the... There's a lot of
Landslide victories.
yeah. And first off, we have Doug, as in Doug Funny, the TV show, versus Chowder.
Man,
I
I was
voted
so.
for Chowder.
You voted for Chowder. I voted for Chowder too.
So we were the 2 out of the 3 votes.
That's good to know. I still say nostalgia won. Y'all need
That's
to go,
what it was.
Y'all need to go back and watch Chowder.
Chowder.
But I feel you. I feel
Obviously,
you with Doug.
Doug won. It's an 82% win lead on from Doug between Doug and Chowder. Steven Universe versus SpongeBob. That was a personal hard one for me.
I can imagine so, but SpongeBob won with a landslide.
It did with an 88% lead. I voted for Steven Universe.
Wow.
I know.
I voted for SpongeBob.
It's 'cause-
Yep.
well, no, it's because SpongeBob 1 is still going to. Well, we'll get to it when we get because it's up there now. So once we get to SpongeBob, we'll get to it. But yeah, SpongeBob won that one. This was the closest one out of the picks. We have Johnny Bravo versus My Life as a Teenage Robot.
That hurts that it was so close.
I get why.
I get to because
Nostalgia.
that's also the nostalgia reason.
Yeah.
With a 56% lead, My Life as a Teenage Robot is moving on.
Wow. 1%.
Hey, I mean, I think misogyny loses to
Teenage angst.
Only by 1%.
Robo
That's
teenage angst.
accurate.
Yeah. Let's see. Now we have which more closer than I expected. Which it should have been more of a landslide. Legend of Korra versus
yeah.
Camp Lazlo.
Yeah, that one threw me off.
65% lead. Legend of Korra got pushed through.
But I'm not surprised because of our audience.
And yeah.
I like when we're like thinking about who listens to the podcast regularly. It's more of anime listeners versus like
Cartoons. Yeah. I mean, I try to bring the cartoons over from the western side of the
But
world.
that's the hot thing right now too.
True.
What do you think, Ryan? What did you vote for? Did you vote?
Oh, I voted for Korra.
Okay, I feel that. I voted for Korra.
Yeah, me too.
The end of Camp Lazlo just was too weird for me, so I had to just vote for Korra.
With respect. With
I
respect.
got you. All right. Another landslide. We have Amazing World of Gumball versus As Told by Ginger.
Yup.
Someone once told me the grass is much greener because As Told by Ginger is going on to the next round.
Bro, nostalgia beats a quality TV show.
Because
That's
Amazing
all.
World, y'all need to
As
watch.
Told by Ginger was a quality show.
As
I'm
Told by
not
Ginger
saying
was
it's not a
quality.
quality show.
It was a quality show, but also
Y'all don't remember As Told by Ginger. I'm sorry.
do.
Like I don't think that everybody remembers the
I mean,
plots.
16 was the better option anyway, but that wasn't a choice. So
Amazing World of Gumball should have went through. That was my vote.
I voted for Amazing World of Gumball. And that's mostly just because of like the complexity that goes into making that show to me is
I'm gonna say so many
always
different
appealing.
mediums of animation and one thing.
It's always appealing.
So we can talk about the losers because they're not going through. So we can talk about it for like 30 seconds. All right, this one should have been close. More of a landslide. Wild Thornberries versus Codename Kids Next Door. With the 75% lead, Codename Kids Next Door is moving on forward.
I get it.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either.
I
I'm not
understand it, but I'm not surprised.
I gotta be honest. I was whenever Wild Thornberries came on TV, I got kind of bored. The only reason I liked it was when they did the Rugrats.
I
crossover
can't
in
agree
the
with
movie.
that one, but you know,
There were some
I
great
understand.
storylines.
There's some great storylines, but like I said, I like the Wild Thornberries movie, and I like Wild Thornberries meets the Rugrats.
I also like Wild Thornberries, the first episode where she gets the power.
Yeah.
That episode is beautifully like animated, just all together. But
also the
Codename
dad.
Kids Next Door has more appeal. It honestly has a broader appeal.
Yep.
More relatability. More characters.
All right, next up, Rocket Power versus Total Drama Island.
This was a good one.
It was a good one. Rocket Power moves ahead with a 69% lead.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I voted for Total Drama Island.
Did you really?
I liked it.
He did.
I don't blame you.
I see both sides. I can see both sides of that.
I think there's more nostalgia associated with Rocket Power, though.
It is.
And that's always hard to... I will always say that's the hardest thing to overcome.
Because a lot of these are like shows that ended on a good note.
But that's kind of why we did the play-in,
ones,
though.
Yeah, and then the other ones are like all these other shows. A lot of these other shows are more so we went past our prime, even though we did end. That's why I kind of didn't move on. Some of them didn't move on.
Total Drama Island just went for the cash grab and like continued on. Like there's like now there's like a daycare version of the show or whatever it is. Like it's absolutely ridiculous. It kind of makes it lose value, in my opinion.
Yep. All right, and the last one that you guys all voted for and that helped us move on, Ben 10, the OG version, versus Real Monsters.
No chance.
With a 76% lead.
But ugly Martians.
Oh wow. Wow, that was in the same block of Real Monsters, wasn't it?
It's not even the same channel.
No.
Was it not? What
No.
was that channel?
That was Our Monsters was they were both Nickelodeon.
No, he said
But ugly Martians?
No, But Ugly Martians. That was.
Was like an ABC show.
Was it really?
No, I thought it was on.
It was a weird channel because it
I thought it was
wasn't
on Cartoon
regular.
Network.
I thought it was Cartoon Network as well.
I did not watch that on Cartoon Network.
But ugly Martians.
If you remember that,
I DM
You
us,
deserve
'cause,
it.
like,
You just
you're
also
getting
deserve
real
a senior
close to your
discount.
AARP card.
You deserve a discount for that one because
It was a 3D animated
yeah,
show, wasn't
CGI.
it?
It was right before Jimmy Neutron came out, so the CGI was like terrible.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
Jimmy Neutron wasn't much better, but it was much better than But Ugly Martians.
But I'm not surprised Big Ten took the lead on
yeah,
that
Ben
one.
10 took the lead. Yeah, 76% lead.
The hard part about Big Ben 10 is there's like 5 different iterations of that.
Well, there's that, but also the reboot of the original series, which is Ben 10. They have a new animation style, and it's
Right.
they went for a more kiddie.
It's more cartoony. Like
Yeah.
it's like bubblier.
Yeah, and not even just the animation style. It's also the writing and the acting and all that is more childish. It's almost like they didn't go as far as Teen Titans go.
That's what I was thinking about.
They didn't go as far as Teen Titans go, but it's pushing it. Yeah.
Did y'all watch the live action Ben 10 movies when they
I
came
did.
out?
I watched
I know I was excited at first. I remember being excited.
Alien Swarm. That's the one. Yeah.
Because there was one that was really good, and there was one that was.
I watched the first one.
I think it was Alien Swarm came first.
Yeah, Alien Swarm came first. There was Alien Swarm.
Because it was
and there
Ultimate Alien that it came out with.
Mm-hmm.
So that he was like older, and that I was glad that they did not try to make him like a child
Right.
for the first live action movie.
Because he was like, it was in the middle of their adventures. Like,
they
basically.
did one where he was 10, where he was still 10.
But didn't that come second?
No, I thought that was first.
That was the first one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that
because
was
it's like
one
the
that
kid
was
with like the
goofy
reddish tint to his hair
Oh yeah,
and
that
everything.
one was terrible. That one was.
I mean,
bad.
But I was excited
because that
about
was also
it. Like,
Cartoon Network trying to do something live action
Yeah.
again, and they didn't know what to do.
I liked the second iteration.
But the
of
ultimate
it. Yeah.
Alien one, yeah.
It was also a little bit darker, which I appreciated.
He was older, and I was thank God for that.
I mean,
But yeah.
once he got older, I loved Ben 10. Like, I was like that. Like, when he could figure out the Omnitrix a whole lot more and was just
It
like,
was evolved and
was just like
whatnot.
working with all the different
I had
species of alien. That was
I
my
had like the
ish.
first 5 episodes of Ultimate Alien like on my iPod Nano.
Nice.
If y'all remember iPod Nanos.
Oh yeah, I have one.
iPod
I
Nano.
downloaded South Park on iPod Nano.
It was like Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. Dude, we're getting the band back together. The Phineas Ferb
Oh
episode.
my gosh,
That's my favorite
episode.
episode of all time.
Oh, dude, the music in that episode is
Iconic.
ridiculous.
You're the one you're fabulous. I'm fabulous. You're fabulous. I'm fabulous. Okay.
You're on Disney right
This
now.
is all right, but let's get started with our official round one.
So
All
we
right,
have
so
how
we've
many?
got-
How many?
There are 16.
Okay.
There are 16 brackets.
We're in our top 16, baby.
So we will start this off. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
I'm gonna keep track of who votes for what. Like we said on the Instagram, if there is a tiebreaker needed, we're gonna go post it on our Instagram stories and let the Blurred Survival Guide audience decide the tiebreaker.
Come on, guys.
Fair warning, it's about to get nasty in this room.
You right?
There's gonna be some debate.
All right. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
First bracket. We've got Dexter's Lab for Cartoon Network versus Doug.
Dexter's Lab, all the way.
Dexter's Lab right here.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, it's Dexter's Lab.
If I get
4
a
for
vote.
4.
4 for 4,
Clean
Dexter's
sweep
Lab.
for Ghost for round 1.
Real
Round 1 is
easy.
easy.
I understand Doug was a vital part of the childhood, but the thing is, Doug is a betrayer of Nickelodeon.
That
'cause
part.
It got bought
That
out
part.
by your boy
Facts.
at the House of Mouse.
And ruined it.
And ruined it.
And ruins.
And ruined it.
By the
How
mouse.
Disney ruined some, I don't know, but they did.
Do you really not know, or do you just in denial?
I don't going to get into it because we doing a thing.
You know they're not allowed to do the same things that Nickelodeon allowed.
we are doing a thing. I'm not going to get into it with Disney right now.
Next
I'm wearing
one.
too much of they proud of.
All right, next we've got Rocco's Modern Life versus Foster's Home.
Foster's
home.
For sure.
Foster's.
Foster's Home. Yeah, clean sweep.
Yep.
I don't think we
Okay.
need much explanation for that one.
Nope.
Yo, baby, yo, baby,
God.
yo, baby,
All right.
yo.
Oh God.
But
Right.
you got to remember though, that just a funny thing on Rocco's Modern Life. There was a sex line episode because
there really?
Rocco needed another job. He got on the phone and went,
Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo, baby, yo.
He did.
Oh my God. He was a sex phone operator. What the heck?
I don't remember that.
Oh, I mean, early Nickelodeon would do some
90s
weird stuff
Nickelodeon,
like
they
that,
would
man.
push all the buttons.
They
All the
did.
limits,
They
man.
did.
They did.
I wasn't allowed to watch Rocco's Modern Life, so yeah.
I mean, like that's in the same category as Cow and Chicken and all that.
Yeah.
So,
Stimpy
Yeah.
is in the sec-
Ren and Stimpy, I was not allowed to watch.
Pinky and the Brain, but that was different.
No,
that
Pinky
was
and the Brain
WB
was- yeah.
in Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it's Spielberg. He knew what he was doing.
Yep. All right. Round 3. We've got Cat Dog versus SpongeBob.
Y'all ready to get into this one?
So
SpongeBob deserves to go through.
I agree. That's 2 for SpongeBob.
I think I agree too, but I need some convincing. And the reason I think I need some convincing is because like the meme verse of Cat Dog now is pretty strong.
But so is the meme verse of SpongeBob.
That's fair.
You got the
All
SpongeBob chicken. You got Handsome Squidward. You
Yeah.
got Mr.
Doodle-
Krabs in the Zoom. You
Doodle
got,
Bob. Yeah, Doodle Bob.
Doodle
You
Bob.
got Doodle Bob. You got,
I mean,
Doodle Bob has his own category of memes.
So the hard. So I'm.
You got
I'll-
Pinhead Larry and Dirty Dan.
I'll give you SpongeBob. I'll give you SpongeBob.
Ryan may be able to convince you. I don't know.
My only argument for Cat Dog is pure nostalgia. Cat Dog was the first
Sure.
show I ever watched on Cartoon Network.
I hear that. I hear that, and I think
Fair.
that it's a value.
'Cause-
We can't like not acknowledge like how good of a show Cat Dog
it's a
actually
fantastic
was.
show.
Cat Dog was incredible.
Yeah.
It was for a minute. It was the only show that could like capture my parents' attention because I thought it was genuinely funny.
I mean, if you put it
Wow.
up against almost anything else on the board, I
Yeah.
don't know. Other than like,
SpongeBob's a hard sell.
it
for
is a
them,
hard one.
Yeah.
and that's unfortunate.
Because the first 6 episodes of SpongeBob are 6 of the
First of all, there were
greatest.
shorts for the Oh Yeah
Yeah.
cartoons, and then literally the first episode was a silent cartoon. It was him doing the leaf blower.
Wow.
Yeah, May 31st, 1999. I know too much about SpongeBob. At least the first 5 seasons.
That's fair.
So Ryan, what's your vote for?
I'm gonna go with Cat Dog.
Ooh,
Be different. I respect that, but that's 3-1.
Yeah.
you got your SpongeBob.
Yeah. I'll go with SpongeBob.
All right.
I moved him.
All right, next one. We've got Ed, and Eddie versus All Grown Up.
I'm sorry, and y'all can hate me all you want, but Ed, and Eddie is 10 times better than All Grown Up ever wanted to be and even tried to be, purely because of the just like the level of storytelling that Ed, and Eddie went through to like and like
Without you realizing it.
Without you-
realizing
and, like,
it,
Without you realizing it.
and like the theories that have spawned because of the TV show and how they filmed the TV show, it's all Grown Up has the nostalgia of Rugrats, and it leans on that heavily.
Which is also funny because it's the sequel to Rugrats with them being older from their baby counterparts. So
Yeah.
how can you be nostalgic as well as futuristic? Unless you're SpongeBob, but we already finished that one.
But Ed, and Eddie is my vote for sure.
I don't know why you say you sorry because I think we all agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everyone loves.
I love All Grown Up. I love All Grown Up, but up next, Ed and Eddie.
Everyone
doesn't
wants to
compare.
believe that All Grown Up was this great show.
I mean, it was, but
Yeah,
next to Ed, and Eddie.
Next to Ed, and Eddie. Next to Ed, and Eddie. Ed, and Eddie had a breaking the fourth wall episode where Ed took the moon out of the sky and ate it like a chip.
Like a cookie.
Like a chip.
Y'all remember when Cartoon
took off.
Network had spent the summer in Ed, Edd and Eddy's neighborhood, and all of their like vignettes for commercials were in that cul-de-sac?
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
It was like one summer. It was the summer right before they did this Cartoon Network park with all of the concert. With I think it was like the Hive played it, and it was like they did that song. They were like, "College is something that grown-ups invented." Blah, 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 blah.
You pulling at a vague nostalgia string that I'm like I want to
you
reel it
can-
in, but
It's there. It existed. It happened.
Yeah,
I looked it
I
up
agree.
before I talked about it.
I
but
hear you.
no, because it sounds like when they did the Cartoon Network did the whole like real life thing where like they would go to the laundromat and
It
go
was
to the
a
grocery
part.
store
It was like
and-
the first version of that because right before they did that, they did like right before they got to like the laundromat and like them like grocery shopping. They did this
Yeah.
summer where all the characters would go to a concert every night.
Don't remember that.
And before that, it was they would all hang out in like the Ed, Edd and Eddy cul-de-sac.
Dude, I remember this.
It's how you got to Magoozy and how you got back from the Magoozy block was you would go into the sewer in the center of the cul-de-sac and then come back.
I
Yeah.
remember.
there it is.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's a deep memory
yeah,
right there.
wow, deep cut, baby.
I hope everyone
Yeah,
got
right.
to experience that with us because that was awesome.
Yeah,
Could be
ooh.
a guided meditation. Through that
Years
memory.
2005.
Exactly.
Wait, first you gotta sit down, close your eyes, get in a meditative state.
You just
Grab
had
a
dinner at
snack.
5:30 and to 7:30 p.m.
You ready?
2005. The
All right.
neighborhood.
all
the
right, all right.
cul-de-sac.
Reel it
Ed, Edd,
in.
Eddy.
Round
please.
5.
Please.
Bracket 5. We've got, now this is, I don't know, we'll see. Avatar: The Last Airbender versus Life as a Teenage Robot.
Sorry.
Is there a debate?
Nah.
Atlas.
Okay, good.
Avatar.
This one's for you, Jade.
Shout out Jade for
Yeah.
sure.
Shout out, Jade. All right, next we've got,
Oh God.
Oh God.
oh God, indeed. You've got Powerpuff Girls versus Hey Arnold.
I got to go with Cartoon Network option. My first gut is Powerpuff Girls, and I say that because I'm an action head and I love it. And
I
I mean,
say that
I have my
with
bias. I have my bias. I have my bias, and I'm going off my
I
bias.
say that with pain in my heart because Hey Arnold is such a fantastic show.
And it tackles.
It's
I can't.
so real.
Okay, so let me speak as the female in the room. Powerpuff Girls was that show. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Like I wanted to be Blossom. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I wanted to be Buttercup. Buttercup was that bitch for me. But Hey Arnold was so
So much.
crucial to my upbringing. Like
I
the
felt seen. I
Helga
felt seen
Arnold
through the show.
drama, fed me.
You got that. You got the pigeon.
The
man.
music.
You have
The
Stoop
music.
Kid. You
The
have-
music.
the music.
Hold
I
up.
love-
Hold up.
The
I love-
music.
Look, wait, I love Lawrence the band now. I need y'all to come on this show because I love y'all so much, but I love them so much because they remind me of the Hey Arnold theme song every time.
But Ryan,
They do.
drum and bass.
Yeah.
Drum and bass is the opening to Powerpuff Girls. You know
It's
this.
right.
You,
It's right.
know that as an EDM head, you have. Come on now. Come on.
Okay, but like,
Okay, hold on.
Hey Arnold,
Hold on.
Hey Arnold
Let
had
me
my boy in a flat top,
Yeah.
and the
I'm gonna
Powerpuff
go-
Girls was just
look,
three
y'all,
white
I'm
girls
gonna go-
beating up a
Fair.
monkey.
Listen,
That's hard.
I'm
That's
gonna-
true.
And
I'm gonna
I-
go
like-
ahead and put it on the Instagram.
Yeah.
I had
because-
to. I could not. I couldn't. I
Yeah.
couldn't get past it. Hey Arnold made like. Hey, there's not very many like cartoons or shows out there that have made me sob.
True.
Like
That's
Hey Arnold
true.
has
I
gotten
cried to
me.
Hey Arnold.
Bro,
I did.
When Hogan went to therapy, when Stoop Kid was on the stoop and he got off
Hold
the
up
stoop.
now.
was
When he
talking-
found
put
out
it on
about
there
his
yet.
parents,
When Mr. Wynn, when he found out about his daughter,
Yeah. Oh.
yeah, the stories.
bro, the storytelling in Hey
But
Arnold
also,
is
going
like
over to the Powerpuff Girls. You got the villains. You got Mojo Jojo. You got
Him.
You have him. Him was the scariest villain I think I ever met in my life because you have a dude who sounds like this, but when he gets mad, he gets real deep, and it's like, oh my god,
Oh my God.
yeah.
It wasn't
You
oh
got
my
Fuzzy
God.
Lumpkin. You got the Amoeba Boys. You got the Powerpuff Girls. you
Mojo
got the Rodeo
Jojo.
Boys. Mojo Jojo with his speech pattern was the best.
who do y'all think had the? I feel like it's gonna come down to who had the better movie.
Granted,
run.
granted
because
though.
you had like
Because
Mojo
he was a
Jojo.
spy. But he also had like the continuation, that was a couple years ago when they actually found his parents in the jungle.
yeah.
But wait.
Boy.
Mojo
the Powerpuff
Jojo
Girls
is also
movie-
problematic. He's also problematic. You have to take that in.
You're right, but
When you're talking about all these details for the show, you have to bring it in.
There was
His
some
prob-
problematic stuff on Hey Arnold as well.
like what?
They were trying to get it. They tried to get you to understand what was going on within that world. But I mean, you also have. I'm pretty sure the voice actor for Mr. Wynn probably wasn't an Asian man. You got to realize, like, there's a lot of the storylines they had to like heavily cater to.
That's hard.
Like,
I
make
might
it work.
change
All
my
right,
my
we've
side
gotta,
to.
we've got to keep it moving, boys. I posted it on the Instagram.
All right, that
they'll
means
decide.
so. Time out before we keep moving. The choice is up to you, our fellow survivalists. You get to choose between Powerpuff Girls and Hey Arnold, and let us know,
Yeah, that's a
please,
good one.
because we're. Yeah, I told you it was gonna get nasty in this
That's a
room.
good one.
That is a good one.
All right,
no.
now this one is gonna get some. This one may hurt some people's feelings. I don't know. We may be in total agreement on this next one, but
It's gonna hurt somebody.
it's gonna hurt somebody's feelings. All right, we've got Samurai Jack versus Legend of Korra.
I still say Samurai Jack, and I say that because they brought it back, and I say that because Phil Lamar also voices Samurai Jack. I think that's the only reasons we need to move that forward. I'm just saying that. It was a show that needed to be brought back, and they did it, and they did it with an incredible fashion. Legend of Korra, in my opinion, peaks in mid-season and dies off by the end of it.
Ouch.
You've swayed me.
Korra Peaks was a here.
Yeah.
That's season 3.
Yeah.
Korra Peaks was a here.
Because after that, it's just PTSD and figuring out what else I want to do.
And
in
I
my
mean,
life
that's
as Avatar.
poignant and it's valuable.
I understand
and
that,
has
but
and
What are your votes?
Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
All right,
Thank you.
and I'm not gonna say my opinion because it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Were you gonna say Korra?
I think it's fair to say Korra if
Yeah.
you want to say Korra.
Korra's not a bad show.
I didn't
We're not saying
watch
that it's a
all
bad
of
show, it's
Samurai
just-
Jack. I watched all of Legend of Korra.
No, that's the thing. I'm on the same boat as you, but
That's hard.
Yeah.
I get that.
But I remember just like going through like as a child at like getting ready for baseball games and then like seeing Samurai Jack and then watching him fight this dude for years and then it ending and having nothing happen.
No
And they're
resolution
like
to
we're
it,
gonna
yeah.
bring it back. Just like be patient. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back. And then when they bring it back, they
they brought
don't.
it back and they made it gory.
They don't make it like Samurai Jack Go or like Samurai Jack Jr. They make
Right,
it
nah, it's-
like we know you guys are all older now.
It's Samurai Jason to this
Y'all
point.
can
Nah,
handle
you-
some blood. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they didn't just make it like a he's gonna go and kill Apu or Aku.
No.
It was like he's gonna go and kill Aku, but they're gonna have a conversation first, and they're gonna both question what they've been doing
when you
for the
bring back
past
the original
1,000
creator
years.
of it, like he
come
gonna
on
finish
now.
what he wanted to finish.
Yeah.
And he finally got his show on Adult Swim.
I don't know if
All right, next.
I know we're gonna hurt some people's feelings.
Invader Zim versus regular show.
Regular show.
Regular show.
Regular show.
Yeah.
That
Invader
is
Zim-
that was actually surprising to me a little bit, but I
It
thought
is,
we were
'cause
gonna
Invader
split on
Zim,
that
I mean,
one.
Everybody, you got
Everybody
your-
wants to think they liked Invader Zim.
Yeah, that was it. Invader Zim was weird as shit.
It was cool. It had some cool parts to it. I think I love the animation of his house and like some of the fun things.
Well, the whole animation style.
But
Then,
the
like,
plot line is just man.
Yeah.
I
but
didn't
also,
watch Invader Zim, so
Fun fact on Invader Zim: the voice of Invader Zim is also the same voice as Billy from Billy and Mandy.
is it really?
Yep.
Oh.
All right, this next one's gonna hurt my feelings, and I already know it.
Oh no.
Oh,
We've
poor
got-
Miriam, 'cause you know what we were about to say.
We've got Jimmy Neutron versus As Told by Ginger.
Jimmy Neutron.
All right, Jimmy Neutron it is.
What were you gonna say, Jay?
Oh, I was gonna.
There's no.
I was
no
gonna
competition
try
for
and be
Jay.
mean a little bit and maybe start to sing the "As Told by Ginger" theme song.
told me
That Jimmy Neutron wins.
Yeah, boys.
Macy Gray, baby.
Look, all I know
love
is that if we had two more females in the room,
Oh, we be
it
fighting.
would be a hard. This would be going to the Instagram.
Would it though? I don't know.
I don't know. I know.
Jimmy Neutron had a chokehold on a lot of our.
men and women
You're
alike.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
You
right.
got the
you're
whole
right.
the episode where Libby found out she was an Egyptian queen and changed her hairstyle.
Oh, that was dope. That was
Iconic.
look. Jimmy Neutron was a great show. Don't get me wrong. I just love As Told by Ginger. I have it all on DVD. So
A DVD is a disc that you can play on.
Not. Don't explain it.
what's a
dividend.
dividend? What's a dividend?
I don't know. I know you don't know. Why you
All
lying?
right, we are halfway through, boys. We've got Space Ghost versus
Coast to
Chalk
Coast.
Zone.
Chalk zone.
Chalk
I
Zone.
can't vote.
Chalk zone.
Chalk Zone.
Okay, cool.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, don't. Yeah.
Chalk
I don't know
Zone was
either
a
of these.
fun show,
Chalk
man.
was too fun. Chalk. The Rudy's got the chalk.
Okay, this one is difficult. This one is difficult.
No, it won't.
Maybe not, but to me, it's kind of hard.
It's Nickelodeon, still Cartoon Network, right?
Cow and chicken versus Kids Next Door.
KND, baby.
Codename Kids Next Door.
I'm gonna say cow and chicken.
You know,
Patty Cow.
Cow and
what
chicken.
the really?
I love
really
really
love Cow and
stupid
Chicken.
humor.
I did too.
And Cow and Chicken is probably the dumbest show to ever
Hold on,
exist, and
hold
it's
on,
so
though, but, like,
funny.
But like
loved
the
it
villains in Kids Next Door are stupid and ridiculous. You've got
but
Mama
they're like-
Stuff 'em.
You got
But
Mama
they're like
Stuff'ems,
they're
you
just
got
stupid and
that
ridiculous.
episode
Cow and
Spankula.
Chicken was stupid, ridiculous, and fucking hilarious.
So you got
I mean, it was
Spankula who would
igno-
come into the
alright.
children's houses and spank the kids.
So you're telling me you like ignorant funny stuff
Yes,
because
absolutely.
Cow and Chicken is
1000.
ignorant.
Don't make me put you on
Cow-
punishment
I
again.
am
Cow
a
and Chicken was
4-year-old
Nickelodeon?
child at heart. That's
Cow and Chicken was Nickelodeon, yeah.
Okay.
But Cow and Chicken was ignorant, man. Like it
was so
that
funny.
freaking devil character that like got. They had to like.
His name was Red because it couldn't say the devil.
Yeah, that's right. Like they had to like complete. The FCC came in for that.
hello.
But like every
Hello,
time
cow.
they would like
Hello,
change
chicken.
something,
Clearly
they
gay.
would get in
Clearly
trouble.
gay.
They would also like every time they would get in trouble for something, it would get referenced the next episode, and it would just kind of be like a
I think I'm okay with taking this to the people.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
putting
let's go to the people.
I
But
mean,
I'm-
if we
I'm
take
so
it to
head
the people,
over
I know what
Next
it's
You know
gonna
where
be.
it's gonna go. You know
But
where
I
it's
have
gonna
to. I have to take a stand for Cow and Chicken.
do it.
I put you on
Do
punishment
it.
again.
Ryan, I'm with you. I'm putting it on the
gotta-
Instagram because I'm with you. I love that stupid show. I love Codename Kids Next Door, but I freaking love Cow and Chicken.
Man,
Cow and Chicken didn't get a movie.
All right.
Number zero was fire.
Zero.
that okay.
Number zero.
Was fire.
That was a
We
great
found out
movie.
his dad was a legendary number zero.
That was a great movie. But no,
Grandfather,
there's so
grandfather, and the tapioca pudding. I hate tapioca because of that movie.
Yeah, really though. I've never even really been willing
Don't
to try
even-
it because of the
like,
show.
I don't know what tapioca is.
Exactly, and I still won't try it. I hate it because
Miriam,
of
what's
that movie.
tapioca?
I do.
What is tapioca?
Tapioca?
Yeah.
It's a starch.
Oh,
we didn't know.
Yeah.
We knew that it was like a banana.
I knew it was for old people. That's
You
what I knew.
know what I'm saying? We knew it was like a Nilla wafer beige color pudding that old people ate.
I thought it was like,
Okay, yeah, it's a starch extracted from the storage roots of the cassava plant. I was right. Yay, me.
proud of you.
I
We
doubted
didn't doubt you.
myself.
I was gonna say,
I
we
did.
didn't doubt
I
you.
did. Okay.
She said it with such conviction.
Right. No, confidence makes you do anything.
It shall.
All right, next.
Question mark on that.
Question mark on Cow and Chicken. Let
yeah.
the Instagram decide. We've got Rugrats versus, oh God, ow, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I can't choose.
See, this is where my
So let's
Ryan
go
argument
ahead
comes in because that Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy had some stupid shit on it, and I really enjoyed it. Especially,
But
I
Billy.
know you love Billy.
Billy was my boy, especially when.
So like, all right. So like, as oh my god, as a person my age, I'd much rather watch Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy than Rugrats, and I
Here's
think
the thing.
that's
No, here's the thing.
that's
Grim
the hard difference,
Grim Adventures
right?
of Billy Mandy versus Rugrats, like my mom, like, and I would take it to my mom. She would watch Rugrats. She would watch Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. She would prefer Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy because Grim was funny. She enjoyed Grim and his Jamaican accent.
Yeah, I was
But
about to
tell
say.
me why, when they made Grim a human, he became a white
White
man
man.
with blonde
Why
hair.
was he a white
This
man?
Jamaican ass accent,
Voiced by a black man.
voiced by a black man, became a Caucasian with white hair. I don't
It
understand.
lends to the stupidity of the show.
I think it was like a tongue. I think it was supposed to be
Tongue
kind
in
of-
cheek, like
Yeah.
Like, we know what he sounds like. We know.
I
he
hope
voices him.
so,
Yeah.
We're not
I think
gonna
it
do
was. I think it was supposed to be a little bit like
this
what
is
happening
like
here. Yeah.
okay.
I mean, you also got to think Phil Lamar was on that one too. He was Count Dracula because Dracula don't do that in the sun.
So I mean, so obviously the nostalgia of Rugrats is very powerful here, and I think that I feel like I'm jaded and I like cynical humor. I'm going with Grim Adventures of Billy.
I'm gonna
and Mandy.
flip it and say you got to go with their movie because the movie with Reptar.
Oh.
The Rugrats go to Paris.
Rugrats go to
Paris?
Paris.
And Grim Adventures didn't get a movie.
Oh,
Y-
yes,
y'all-
it did. They got TV movies. Oh, because they had Fred Burger and like,
Yeah.
yeah, and all that. And when they went to
Y'all- but y'all
when
remember
they went
hell?
to
They went to
Essentially,
hell,
they went
right?
hell for like.
Y'all remember how packed those theaters were for Rugrats in Paris?
For any of the Rugrats
I mean,
movies,
but, like,
Rugrats in Paris,
that's
Rugrats
part
Go
of the
Wild,
orange-
Rugrats the movie.
Go Wild was nuts, but you.
I mean, it's a
When
part
Burger
of
King had
the
that
Orange
promotion
theory,
with the
right?
smell
Like
with
the
the smell-o-vision.
slime time.
the smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
Oh my God.
So
this might
what
be
are your votes?
I don't know.
I can't vote because these are my two favorite shows. They've both been my ringtone.
I'm gonna say
Rugrats is
put this on the
currently-
Instagram. 'Cause I don't
Yeah,
wanna
this
pick.
gonna have to be on the Instagram. This is gonna be a toughie.
Y'all remember the episode of Grim Adventures when Mandy like at the end of the episode was
Smiled?
when she like smiled and was like, and
It broke the
you.
TV.
It
It
broke the
Yeah,
TV.
broke
It broke it,
everything.
yeah.
Ooh man, that was scary.
I thought that was like the last episode.
Was it?
I think it may have been.
That's a good way to end it.
Yeah. They
If it was, that was a,
Andy smiles and she breaks.
yeah.
She breaks the universe.
And she's like, I'm coming for you next.
Yeah.
I was like, that was cool. That would be a good way to end it if it wasn't the end.
Right.
Right.
Like,
Rugrats never.
like-
I mean, Rugrats went to All Grown Up, and then it
Yeah.
didn't end.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like,
Well,
as far as
them movies are what's like saving Rugrats right now. That's what that is.
I feel that
Shit,
Rugrats in Paris was
Bro,
a
when Chucky
Chucky
ran
got
into
a mom, man.
Chucky-
I mean, that's hard.
That, but then also at the end when Chucky was running into the church and he opened them doors and yelled no.
The first words.
His first words were no.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And the fact that they continued that trend once they came back and like continued the series.
So that's the
That
hard,
first episode when he
the
came back.
longevity of Rugrats also gives it a really strong argument, right? Like, I mean, like the fact
And this
that
is one of those few times where the longevity is good.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's consistent, it's strong, and it improved.
And I feel like they ended.
improved the animation throughout. Oh
Yeah.
my god,
Yeah.
the animation in the movies compared to the TV show. It was a whole. You knew it.
Even watching like the progression between All Grown Up, from between like Rugrats and then All Grown Up, you could tell that it was like the same people. Like it wasn't just
Right,
Yeah.
a new team.
These characters are all grown up, but somehow they don't act anything like you
Like
thought
the
they were going
characters
to. It is
Dill
the same
as a
characters.
teenager is hilarious.
Yeah. In every
It's like a little
Embra-
preteen 12-year-old
He
self.
embraced that weird because apparently he was a weird baby. That's funny.
Truly.
But then like Tommy, you think
You
Tommy
know,
would be like an
Rugrats definitely
architect or
has-
like some kind of construction?
Rugrats
He
also
was a
definitely
director.
has more. Do you think Rugrats has more memorable moments than
The All Grown Up.
All Grown Up
Hell yeah.
because of the longevity, right? Like that's just how that works.
No, you
Definitely.
got that. I mean, you got literally everybody still quotes. I don't want responsibilities no more.
Sponsitivity.
Responsibilities. That you got. I mean, Phil and Lil.
All right,
Phil and Lil just iconic.
this next one's
But
gonna
yeah,
hurt.
that question mark.
Hold
All
on.
right.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
As you can see, this is
With this second
a very trying
half
time.
is
it's
much
gotten-
more
yeah.
trying. We've got
Tumultuous.
Yeah.
Teen Titans
OG Teen Titans, 2003 to 2006, the good one.
versus
Well, they're both good.
Rocket Power. What are
TITANS, Teen Titans.
Let's go.
I'm saying Rocket Power because I stand with
I
Rocket
knew
Power.
Jay was gonna say Rocket Power.
I'm gonna stand with Rocket Power. I'm not saying it's just my personal opinion.
But Jay, when there's trouble, you know who to call.
Teen Titans.
From their tower, they can see it all.
Listen,
When there's bad guys,
we
on
are
the
riders
attack-
on a mission. Action, vision.
Rocket Power.
repeat 4 times.
Oh man.
Oh,
Them, but the Rocket Power movie, bro, the Rocket Power movie when they went to freaking New Zealand, that what I wanted to try
Teen Titans
Teen
in
Vegemite.
Japan.
Titans in
In
Tokyo.
Japan.
Thank you, Ryan.
That's-
Teen Titans in
them
Tokyo.
going to
I'm-
Tokyo and
I
Robin
respect
killing someone on screen.
That and Beast Boy singing the actual theme song in
It
English
might,
dub.
it might be
Eat your
the,
vegetables and go to
Oh.
sleep.
it might be nostalgia for me then, but like Rocket Power beats Teen Titans to me, and that's just how I go.
Teen Titans dealt.
I-
Teen
that's
Titans
fair.
dealt with well, they both dealt with racism. Teen Titans, both these shows are poignant,
And they
but
both
also
did
did.
sexism as well. Like I mean, that was
sexism,
huge.
racism. all
Reg
things.
was like an icon.
Starfire was also an icon.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Robin versus
Raven and Tara.
I'm thinking
The
like
whole Terra
Robin
Saga.
versus himself.
So, Ryan, are you
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans?
Teen
too?
Titans, baby.
Teen Titans wins.
Dang.
I'm
Jay
I'm
got
o-
beat out in the room.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I will say that I loved Rocket Power so
It's
much.
I did too. Great
Rocket
show.
Power was a great show. Their
Okay,
longboarding
this
episode
one
was
is
lit.
very difficult for me as well.
All right.
Fairly Odd Parents versus
The regular, not this new shit that's on Paramount Plus because no.
the
period.
OG, Timmy Turner, versus Adventure Time.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Here's the thing. Fairly Odd Parents with two. What I said about that longevity being a good thing with Rugrats, complete opposite for Fairly Odd Parents.
This is true.
Because when they introduced, it was okay when they introduced Poof. Poof was probably one of the best additions to that show. Mm-hmm. The dog, no, it was so bad that even they erased the dog from existence within the show.
Drake Bell.
We ain't even getting to the live action parts of that. I'm still in the cartoon,
But that's still part of the longevity. I'm just saying. When you said longevity, I immediately went to like the live action.
There's also like the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Yeah.
There's
1, 2, and 3.
there's
You
the
got a Channel
Pixies
Chasers
song.
Pixies. We're Pixies.
So I think it's very similar
My shiny teeth in
to
me.
Jimmy Neutron versus As Told by Ginger, and I feel like for the same reasons, Fairly Odd Parents would go forward as Jimmy Neutron.
That's a fan favorite.
But what are your votes?
And Adventure Time definitely has like that.
I need to hear an argument for Adventure Time.
I watch Adventure Time all the fucking time.
I could sleep to Adventure Time. I can like chill to Adventure Time.
Come along with
I've started
me.
Adventure Time 4 separate times. I've never made it all the way through.
Really?
Me either. I've never
I
finished
have.
it entirely. I know I have.
I finished it once,
But I can't say this that I've like sat there and watched all of Fairly Odd Parents either. But it's not.
But
that
think
kind of
about
show.
like how publicly popular Adventure Time is. Like,
think about how publicly popular Fairly Odd Parents is.
but Adventure Time had more of a wider audience.
I think that's just because Adventure Time leaned into like the comic book sense of it and embraced the
and an older
adventure
audience.
and
It also had an
fantasy.
older
Yeah.
audience than Fairly Odd Parents did.
because Adventure Time took Tumblr,
Yes.
where Fairly Odd Parents was like, we are for children. Do not tumble us.
Do not tumble us.
Which they still did.
So do we have
For
three?
sure.
Do we have 3 Fairly Odd Parents? Is that what I'm hearing? Right.
I'm still Fairly Odd Parents.
Ryan?
Yeah.
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 All right. I'm Adventure Time, but that's
Also,
okay.
Timmy Turner got bars. I'll choose rubber goose.
So
rubber
does
goose,
apparently so does Jake.
guava juice.
So does Jake. 100%.
Making pancakes,
Pancake,
making
making
bacon
bacon
pancakes.
pancakes.
Boy, you know I share that Facebook every time.
All right. We've got
Bacon pancakes.
second to last. We've got now. This one is probably one of the hardest ones on the board.
I think you're right.
This one is rude. It is rude that we put these two together.
No, let's make that the last one so we can fight
right.
that one out.
I agree.
This one is easy. Courage the Cowardly Dog versus Angry Beavers.
Courage.
Yeah, no doubt.
Courage for sure, but
Hold up.
What?
It's
Angry
still 3-1. It don't matter.
I don't give a damn what you gotta
No
say.
democracy.
For Angry Beavers, bro, but I'm sorry.
That theme song was dope.
vote for Angry Beavers
Sure.
over Courage.
So is
If you had
Courage.
anger problems, you liked Angry Beavers.
I never had anger problems.
I definitely had anger problems. I was much more of a cowardly
We
kid.
interrupt this program to bring you Courage the Cowardly Dog Show.
Starring Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Abandoned as a pup.
She was found by Muriel and her husband
Eustace Berg. But creepy stuff happens in nowhere.
Return the slab.
That was the scariest fucking episode of
That
cartoon
episode
history.
for the
the perfection episode
Oh
where
yeah.
with where like he got in the telescope and he saw the villain from like 2 seasons ago sitting on top of the Eiffel Tower of chopsticks. Like it was perfect. That was the freakiest thing that
That was
happened
freaky.
The
in a
one for me
while.
was like with the cockroach in the box. Remember, like in the
Yeah.
apartment complex, he's like, "Don't open the box. Like, if you open the box,
Yeah.
like, some shit's gonna happen."
Why was
Like,
Courage
I told
on
you
at
not to open the
4
box.
p.m. in the afternoon?
Bruh. I would fall asleep to Courage. This is why I have anxiety.
You what? We also fell asleep to SVU. So what can we say about that?
All right,
I'm
you ready for
dehumanized.
A little bit.
Are we ready for the hardest one? All right, we've got Danny Phantom. Such a good show. Versus Ben 10, which made it from the playoff round. Or the playing round.
Playing around, yeah.
I know my vote.
What's your vote?
I'm a Danny Phantom girl.
Same. I'm a Danny Phantom guy.
Ben 10.
This is the hardest one.
If you're gonna put,
Ben 10.
dude, if you're gonna
The
put
original
Fairly Odd
series.
Parents, who was the original animator for Danny Phantom forward, I feel like that's another reason to put Danny Phantom forward. I'm just saying.
I don't. Because you could say the same for Rugrats versus, even though they're both, that's a question mark, but you can say the same for Rugrats.
the
and All
theme
Grown Up.
song of Danny Phantom.
Yeah, I mean, that's DJ D-Reg. I know
Better than Ben 10. Well, started
No,
with
that's
an
it.
alien.
Right.
And life is
Right.
what
I'm just saying, don't. Ben 10 theme song was dope. Ben 10 storyline was dope. When you found out that Granddad was a plumber, and not just a plumber that do toilets, plumbers was like a space invader, Men in Black type stuff. And that's one of my favorite space alien movies is Men in Black.
I hear what you're saying.
Ember was in Danny Phantom, and that like determined the type of person I was attracted to.
100%.
It was like
Not Ember.
it was Ember.
100%.
Like when she sang that song for that entire episode, I was like, wow.
That was a dope song.
All right.
Look, it had
Yeah.
vibes. I ain't gonna lie, but Ben 10.
Because you could always, it was always that episode would play, and then you just flipped to Cartoon Network, and the Scooby Doo movie with the Hex Girls was on, and it was just like,
wow, this is everything.
what is happening here?
So are you a Danny Phantom?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Danny Phantom.
All right, that's 3-1.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. Sorry, Ben 10.
Are you? Do you want to join us?
No.
Okay.
All right.
He's a Ben 10 boy.
I
That's
gotta.
okay.
I'm sorry. Just
As much as I thoroughly enjoyed Danny Phantom, I mean both of those stories from start to finish were amazing.
And Danny
Ben
Phantom finishes.
I feel like
too.
Danny
Ben
Phantom.
10.
I feel like
No, look, that's the original Ben 10. The original Ben 10 finish. It has a start, a middle, and an
does.
end.
It does.
He does his full summer. He goes back to school. There's literally like 2 episodes where he's in school with his Omnitrix, and that's it. Like he's actually he finishes like he faces his bullies at the end. He puts them up in the tree instead of him being in the tree before the summer break. Yeah, they finished that show. Like
because you
Ben
had to
10,
get
the original
through
Ben
Alien
10.
X and all that
Yeah,
in the original one too, which was nice.
Danny Phantom's
But-
level up though.
But
Ben 10's level up.
Danny's level up is. Like,
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
It's like on some shonen.
I mean,
level.
it is on
Level
some
up.
shonen
Like,
level, like
it's-
level ups.
His power up comes at like the perfect moment.
I'll take my argument.
Fate like against Val or whatever the guy's name is.
Homeboy
like,
that's at the-
And when you like his Danny's like most convincing villain is literally just himself,
His
but
future self?
older. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, I wonder how he gets
How did
here.
that happen?
The fact that we never like truly figured out what happens to him to get him there,
It is disappointing.
and just like the way that they're like, this is your future, and you can't change it. Just deal with it. I really
we
appreciated
do need a
that.
continuation series for Danny Phantom to see.
I could pick that
Were they
back
planning
up in a
one
heartbeat.
for a minute?
They could pick that back up and
They
I'd
could.
watch the
That's
shit out
what
of
they
it.
need to pick up. Not a live action version either.
I would say though, Danny Phantom probably would be the easiest for them to do in live action.
So round 1, what's the majority winner so far? I'm just curious, like, because like this is
So-
gonna like boil into.
Nick cartoon.
Are y'all ready? So for y'all, what you guys voted, you both are majority in Cartoon Network
It's Cartoon Network.
Okay.
between the two of you.
I mean, this is a foundational round. It's gonna like are we
Cartoon
like?
Network got some good TV.
I mean, it had more TV too.
Yeah. I mean, both channels had more shows than was up there. Like Code Lyoko, Totally
Right.
Spies,
Yeah, that's true.
The Winx Club.
Winx Club.
all right,
We
so
are
we've
the
got
Winx.
3
Come join the
to
club.
be determined by the audience. We've got Powerpuff Girls versus Hey Arnold.
Sorry.
We've got Cow and Chicken versus Codename Kids Next Door. And Rugrats versus The Grim Adventures of Billy and
That's
Mandy.
the one I'm excited to see who's gonna win.
Yeah.
After we get the Powerpuff Girls and Hey Arnold results in, I would love to go through and do like a demographic of who picks that, because I think I just
My thing is, I'm wondering how like male
boy or
biased we are in this
Huh?
thing.
More men or women?
Like that's for real. Like one thing that I'm
Black
very
or white.
very aware of, and I'm trying to be like cognizant of through the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like we're very male influenced in this situation.
But I chose Hey Arnold over Powerpuff Girls. You guys both chose Powerpuff
Yeah, so we
Girls.
chose Powerpuff Girls over Hey Arnold.
I'm
Out of
honestly
these
more
shows that are
focused on the Jimmy Neutron versus As Told by Ginger one. I feel like maybe more women would have picked the As Told by Ginger, but I'm not sure.
I saw about Ginger was one of the ones that got the play-in.
Yep.
Let's see.
It did.
That one was doo-doo-doo. I mean, it won going up against Amazing World of Gumball. And those are 2 boys.
Yep.
But most things would have beat Gumball. Most things up there would have beat Gumball.
If you would have put As Told by Ginger versus Jimmy Neutron in the play-in round, like if our...
Does As Told by Ginger win? That's a good question.
That, yeah.
I also don't think so.
I don't think
I
so
think
either.
Jimmy
I don't
Neutron
think so either.
I think Jimmy
I think
Neutron
it
was
would've
too
Jimmy
been.
Neutron
big.
still had some thinking for women with not Sarah, Cindy, Cindy and Libby.
Cindy,
Yeah. I mean, both
Yeah, I think it still
those
would
2
have...
could uphold Ginger all day.
I agree.
Samurai Jack and Legend of Korra. I'm just asking because
Yeah.
I need to check this. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
no,
like
that's
we have
right.
to check this because they have a female protagonist. Like
That one
I think
I
Korra
don't know.
suffers because it's a sequel series, and Samurai Jack is
Standalone. Yeah.
and Korra also is having to follow Atla.
Yep.
No matter what.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
no matter how by itself you try to put Korra, it is always going to be. Is it as good as the one
In
that
relation
came
So
to-
here's the question
Yeah.
again then. Atla or My Life as a Teenage Robot?
Atla or My Life as a Teenage Robot. Atla's
Yeah.
just a better show.
it's a better show.
It's
And
a better. I voted for it. It's a better show.
You have more. You also have. I mean, like, yes, the female protagonist.
I feel like you have better female representation in Atla with
Yeah.
Mai and Azula and
100%.
Katara to an extent.
Toph.
Toph.
Before
Toph
Katara-
for
Toph.
sure.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. And also, like while the main character is like named after Jenny, the teenage robot. There's a guy that like created her
Yup.
too, right? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yup.
kind
No,
of
it was a
No.
woman.
Was it?
her like friend is a boy. The,
Yeah,
like,
but that's
like
a side
the,
character. But like her parent is mom.
okay, yeah, okay.
she's
She's
married
a
by
she's
woman,
a
yeah.
okay.
The next, after we finish all this Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon, the next one I want to do is like Disney Channel live action versus Nickelodeon live action, because those two really.
Ooh, that's
That one.
That's gonna get a violent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it gonna be a season of tournaments?
I'm saying it right here, right now. That's how Raven is going to win it all. Period.
I agree.
That's that. Period.
But like you
We'll
put,
see what happens.
but like you put
You don't have a comparison. to that.
iCarly
True
next
Jackson
to
VP.
Lizzie McGuire, and that's a generational thing. You get into
That's fair.
What'd he say?
True Jackson VP versus That's a Raven is the
That would be the comparable.
fresh and cool.
And then like Kiki Palmer isn't as like as Raven Simone is.
But Kiki Palmer been around.
She been around.
Kiki Palmer been.
Bro, I'll never forget Akilah and the Bee.
She was a Disney Channel bitch before she was a Nickelodeon bitch. We all remember her from
Jump in.
Jump In.
Jump in, yeah. Great show. Great movie.
Anyway, y'all take to the Instagram, vote on these 3 brackets. Let us know who moves into round 2.
But we can go on and on.
We can go on and on.
What we're going to do now is take a quick break. You're going to hear a word from our sponsor, Anchor. And then we'll be right back with the Weekly Bird. Be right back, guys. It's time for the Weekly Blurb.
Season 3, welcome back, everybody.
Season 3.
Treyway.
Tree Fitty.
Tree
Oh,
Fitty.
no, we're not halfway there yet. I'll say that when we get to
Tree
the middle of
Fitty.
season 3.
Tree Fitty.
Tree Fitty.
I told that right now to come over here and ask me for Tree Fitty. I said, no, that mother, get out of here. Can't have no Tree Fitty.
It's time for the Weekly Blurb.
Y'all know what this is. Y'all know what it means. A lot of things have happened while we were on break. We've watched some things. We've learned some new things. Things have happened
Things.
nonstop.
Things.
The world kept turning.
Do you have to flip a coin to decide who goes first?
Do you have a coin to flip?
Should we flip a coin to decide who goes
Or
first?
Miriam, since you're our boss, you can just tell us which one of us is going first.
We flip a coin.
She's got an app,
I'm
y'all.
going to flip a coin.
Don't download the
Heads
app.
or tails?
Tails.
All right. It's heads.
You go first. Or no, since you
lost,
want,
so
so
don't
you
have the
want
power
to.
of choice.
I think that's the fair reason. I pick so I could.
Are you prepared?
Yeah.
All right, you can go first.
Wonderful. Well, my weekly blurb is newsworthy items.
The world.
And I'm excited to talk about one of them, and I'm not as excited to talk about the other one. So I'm gonna go with the not excited thing first.
Okay.
Well, in the state of Alabama,
Oh, no.
Alabama be doing what Alabama does. And if y'all know, I work a lot in the legislature around policy and advocacy.
Right.
Shout out social work.
And this stuff with the 2022 Alabama special session has been wild. It's always wild. If you ever get a chance and want to have some interesting entertainment. I'm not going to say quality because it's never quality, but interesting entertainment to see what kind of things that the state government of Alabama is trying to do during their session is always interesting. Among those things, there were 2 bills that were devastating, and they passed, and they both passed, and they attacked trans youth.
Oh no!
And one of them, which was SB 184,
HB 184.
SB 184 is HB 322, which was the bathroom bill. I mean, I've got it right here. So SB, they probably had 2, one SB, one HB, and this bill denies gender-affirming health care to youth who are transitioning. It also makes it a felony for any kind of doctor to prescribe those kinds of like hormone blockers or anything like that.
Testosterone or anything like that.
To the child that would be requiring this kind of health care.
Right.
And I mean, when you think about what that could potentially do to an individual's development, if they're maybe in the middle of that process currently, or if, they are choosing to go into that process later on in their life, for whatever reason.
The fact that they have to wait till they're 18
now to do that.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't what it doesn't do is prioritize a young person's ability to choose the type of healthcare that they receive. It also brings the government into individual families' homes, which is contrary to how Alabama government supposedly runs. They're Republicans, so they're typically small government. And I mean, when you think about, and what we know is that when youth are denied health care or of mental health care or physical health care, whatever,
any kind,
it leads to poor outcomes, such as suicide and such as like self-harm and mental health issues. And so that happened. And then on the other side, as well, and the other thing that happened, again, attacking trans youth, is that they passed HB 322, which was the bathroom bill. And right before, and that's that you're only allowed to, it says that you're only allowed to use a bathroom to whatever you were assigned at birth. And so, like, if you are, maybe a trans woman now, you're going to have
to go
use the men's restroom. Yeah. Yeah. And so I just hope that these kids are much nicer nowadays than they were when I was a kid, because I know that if a trans woman goes and uses the men's restroom, that's a very dangerous situation for them, especially like, in middle school and high school or whatever, what have you, just thinking about that. I'm
just thinking of it like, and this is like, I'm not shitting on anybody, especially trans kids of any type, but I mean, it was uncomfortable for me when I was at Walmart the other day, and I mean, I was about to wash my hands, and I was in the men's bathroom, of course, but I was about to wash my hands, and me and this other guy were just in there. Well, lady walked in, got soap, washed her hands, and walked out, and we just kind of looked, and we were uncomfortable.
Right. Like, but I mean, and granted, she wanted to use that bathroom, and that was, I guess, her choice. But she would, I mean,
we weren't going to do anything. I mean, we let her do her thing, and then she got out.
Literally.
Yeah.
Should be that way anytime,
right?
In my opinion.
Crazy what minding your business will do.
Right? And keeping your hands to yourself.
Gosh, my man.
Those small lessons that you learn when you're a child. And then the other one, so right before they passed the Trans Bathroom Act, they added that "Don't Say Gay" thing that happened in Florida. Where two things that makes teachers and like nurses and all these people do that work in school systems. If you're a teacher and the child reveals to you that they are trans, they have to go and out that child to their parents now. Which, Jesus, like, I mean,
I don't know, the amount of teachers that are quitting in Florida is skyrocketing.
Has it really?
I
didn't know that.
I've seen TikToks and I've seen.
I'm not surprised by
teachers,
that
because I'm on Teacher Talk. Weirdly enough, I wanted to be a teacher when I was growing up, but still, regardless, I've seen there's one teacher that I did follow, and she's a black teacher from Florida, and she posted on TikTok. I think the day As soon as the day ended, she was like, I quit. Like, they hadn't even ended yet. I think she didn't even go into work that day. She was just like, I quit. I've done it. I love teaching too much, but what's going on in these schools?
I mean, bro, it's not their job. Like,
No.
that is not their job.
No.
And it's not in any way protecting that child, like, at all.
It's hurting it.
At all.
Not yet.
At
No.
all. And so they have to do that. And then I think, what was it? If I think a child, let's say, so if a child it reveals it, they have to tell them. And then what was it? I'm trying to remember. It's just a terrible piece of legislation.
All of it is just terrible.
It's just a terrible piece of legislation that has that's going to have ripple effects. The bright side of it is there are organizations like the ACLU, like the Human Rights Council, that are suing the state of Alabama because of these bills, and we're going to see how it pans out. I just hope that, the thing that gets me is, like, if you're going to be a small government type of government, and you like it can't just be for people that think like you.
Nope.
And that's
you have to think for the people, and that's all types of people. That's gay,
and
straight,
you have to
black,
let people
white,
choose for
trans.
themselves, right?
Right. I'll leave it.
So there's that. Those two things happened in our wonderful state of Alabama. But on the flip side,
Heyo,
a wonderful thing happened this week.
lay it on me.
Justice Ketanji Jackson, Brown Jackson, was confirmed as the first black woman on the Supreme Court of the United States of America. And now that is a powerful statement and a powerful ripple effect. I mean, I was so stoked to watch her announce her appointment after the Senate confirmed her and everything.
I was happy to see the Republicans walking out.
Yeah,
that was funny.
I mean, they managed to pull 3 Republicans from the Senate.
Except for Mitt Romney.
Because Mitt's not a bad
decent
guy,
person.
man. Like, not a half.
Turns out.
Even though he was, Obama's adversary.
Crazy how the two dudes that ran against Barack Obama have been like the most like
chill.
We just need to put country over.
They were
party.
literally the best option for the Republican Party.
Oh yeah, I mean they stood for what the Republican Party actually stood for, and not Trumpism. So I mean,
that's a whole
seeing Justice Brown Jackson get confirmed. I mean, it brought tears to my eyes. I just got so excited, like, to know that after like over 126 years or 126 appointments and like
one black
250 like some odd years, we finally are here at this moment where a black woman sits on the Supreme Court. One of my friends shared like a legal statistic that like 2% of all lawyers are African American, and like even less than that percentage are women. And like to see that voice is now being represented at the Supreme Court
at the highest order of law.
Literally, I mean, it's potentially transformative. And I mean, Miriam and I were talking about it. To have this appointment right after the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I mean, it's so it's
Passing
perfect.
of the torch, baby.
I mean,
there was the opening sketch for Saturday Night Live this week was essentially because it was Biden welcoming Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah,
they were about to do the reception for her.
And
she was like, she wanted to talk to basically it was her imagination talking to like the icons of the previous icons, and it was like Kate McKinnon. When Ruth Bader Ginsburg was alive, she would do the impersonation of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and like it was iconic, like one of her more iconic characters now.
Yeah.
And Kate McKinnon came back on. The whole crowd was cheering because Ruth Bader Ginsburg came back on and did her thing. But it was funny. It was poignant. Then she brought out Thurgood Marshall. Nice. Kenan Thompson played him, and it was a whole joke like that. And then it moved out because he joked around about like, oh, so surely like Thurgood Marshall was like, so surely after me there have been what 10, 11 more black judicial. I was like, no, I'm the third woman, third
black person,
first woman.
Clarence Thomas doesn't count in my opinion. He's rough. He's not a good person. Yeah, not a good person.
Well, but then also that like I said, it's happy times.
But yeah, no. So that granted. For all the hard times that Alabama has faced, it's a wonderful moment in national history that we have confirmed the first black female to the highest court
Supreme
in the land.
Court Justice.
But yeah,
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
That's my weekly blurb. If y'all didn't hear about it on the social media or the news.
If you don't know, now you know.
Literally.
Well, we appreciate it, Jay. And to switch over to the pop culture.
What you got
and
for
news.
us?
Pop culture and news. Do. Words on top of the screen. I probably did.
I don't see 'em.
Well, you will.
About to say, I hope you edit this. I cannot do that. This is your job. Imagination.
If you see that in the edit,
Movie
I did the thing. I did the thing. Just know.
I need you to put something like after I just did that. I don't know.
Just
Just something. Just
please. All right, so pop culture news. I know we talked about it at the beginning of the episode before we got into the brackets, but Will Smith, Chris Rock, and the Oscars 2022. It happened. The ramifications of it have just been announced the past couple days. According to the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences, he is banned from the Oscars ceremony for 10 years, which I think is a bit excessive, but also I'll be fine with that. That's a boring 4-hour event. I ain't got to go.
But all of the other ramifications.
Well, here's the thing, though. He can also, that's the only thing he's banned from. He can still go to the after party. So if he wins, he can still go to the after party. He can go to the pre-party.
He can't be nominated.
He can't be nominated.
He can't be
He's
nominated.
banned from being in the Academy. Therefore, he is no longer
He
nominated
resigned from it
actor.
/ got fired, but there's that too. Then, yeah. Well,
I mean, he got his. I mean, if I'm gonna be like exited out of the Academy,
at least I got
I'm gonna get my one and then exit out. That's not the worst way for that to
Go
happen.
out on a high
Literally.
one and done.
and a low.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the emotional ramifications that Will Smith is going through. I've posted multiple things on my personal pages. Like we're not canceling Will Smith. He's going through a lot right now.
No one's trying. I don't know who's trying to cancel Will Smith.
White people.
White people,
Ignorant.
very.
Amy Schumer. I was traumatized.
I was so traumatized.
It was like my joke.
Nobody
was
gives a fuck about you, Amy Schumer.
My joke was going to be about Alec Baldwin.
No, they do.
And
This is the people that matter
I just don't.
care about Amy Schumer.
How do you make a career out of stealing people's jokes? And
She's a white woman.
yeah.
she stole Homegirl's whole bit that did it.
She's white.
The Asian
Alec
woman.
Baldwin.
Yeah, just stole her whole freaking thing.
She's white.
Mm.
She's probably a product of nepotism.
White straight woman.
Well, she's not funny.
No, not at all. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Will Smith. And
Well, she was on the Oscars and she was the weakest link out of the three of them.
I just want to know why they thought they needed a third. Why did they need Amy Schumer when you have
Wanda Sykes and Regina King.
Spectre.
Regina Hall.
Regina Hall?
I knew it was one of the Reginas.
Yeah. Bunch of Reginas. But no, those two alone could have carried the.
Oh, without
Oscars
a
by
doubt.
storm.
Why
And
do
they
you
would've
need
been
a
hilarious.
third? And why does it need to be a white woman? And why does it need to be Amy Schumer?
Because diversity.
Whitney Cummings exists.
Kiss my butt.
Ilza also exists.
Eliza Schlesinger.
I like Eliza.
She's funny.
She is funny.
I mean, we just named a solid handful of white women who could have handled
Done
the
it.
job much better.
Mm.
But besides
Anne
the point,
Hathaway did a better job than Amy Schumer.
Please.
just bring out the cast.
Miley
of
Cyrus.
the cast of
Miley.
SNL. All the women of SNL, black and white, can do it. Besides the point, Will Smith is going through an emotional time.
Truly.
I personally want to send my regards to the man because he's going through a hard time. He's one of my all-time favorite actors and people in general, and he shouldn't be going through this. And I'm not going to state her name because it's like Voldemort and this bad boy. I would rather say Voldemort's name than her name at this point because she is very toxic towards Will. And yeah, like I said, the arraignment for him to be forbidden from the Oscars for 10 years. There have been worse people that are still going to the Oscars.
Harvey Weinstein had all of
That's
the
what I
things.
said.
I mean,
Casey
he
Affleck.
got banned. He did end
Roman
up.
Polanski is not allowed in the country and still gets Oscars.
Wow.
Casey Affleck is also still a member of the league.
He won a Grammy the same year he got not
Oscar.
a Grammy, an Oscar. Excuse me. The same year he got
Louis C.K. won a Grammy this year, so you didn't totally misspeak.
So terrible white people are still doing terrible things and getting great things because of it. And Will Smith did one bad thing and
he
is getting
gets-
all the shit.
which in comparison isn't.
Which makes.
It's not even that bad.
But
Not even.
but it
just slapped the
stands
dude.
for American history.
It was an N-word moment. If you watch Boondocks, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That happened
It was.
in front of white people, and that's all that happened. And it makes me mad
Traumatized.
because it happened.
Fuck you, Amy Schumer.
But yeah, I hate that we had to end it on a sour note, but that's exactly what that was. We appreciate everybody for coming back.
Welcome back. Thank y'all for tuning in for another season, for our third season opener.
Season 3 premiere, and yeah, everything got heated with our standings, and it's only going to get tougher from here. Just keep up with us. We have it updated on the website. Remember, you can go on challenge.com to actually get a bracket. You can fill it out yourself. Keep up with us, and we were going to post the current people for round 2. That'll be happening next week. We're going to do our research for these next couple people. And, where can the people find us, Mr. Williams?
Well, you can find us on TikTok and Twitter at Blurred Guide, on Instagram and Facebook at Blurred Survival Guide. You can follow our personals at Blurred Activists.
Oh, a new one. And my personal at That Dancing Blurred, no G, That Dancing Blurred. Other than that,
Keep surviving, everybody.
Listen to the new theme song.
Oh, yeah.
Blurred Survival Guide Season 3, baby.
At Blurred Activists.
At That Dancing Blurred. We are back for another season of fun and love and all the things. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Blurred Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live. Welcome back to the Blurred Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live. We got everything you need. Jeremy and Jay, a hell of a team. Comics, news, and everything in between. Birmingham, we own the scene. Come on and let's have a blast with the Black Nerds and the Black Podcast. This is a guide to help you last. We've got some topics to unmask. Welcome back to the Blurred Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live. Welcome back to the Blurred Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live.
Appreciate you, Nick, for creating the beat and the lyrics and helping us out, buddy. Another Marbury production.
Shout out Marbury.
Thank you for your service.